Done in BP 311. We're going to talk March Madness today. There's 8 more games left tonight, so we got 6 completed, two's in the process. Gonzaga and Georgia State's holding in 52-52, and North Carolina's just beating the shit out of Marquette. So, how's it going, guys?
It's going pretty good, man. Iowa just killed my whole bracket. So other than that, as far as my early plays, man, I'm looking pretty good. I had Providence. I took that under in that North Carolina game. You say they blowing them out, so I don't know what the score is. So hopefully that'll kind of slow down a little bit.
The score is 61 to 90 or to 33, so they're up to 94 points at the 16-minute mark. So what was the total in that? Do you remember?
152.5. I guess they did not about 80 some points.
You're
No,
probably
about
safe.
60 some points.
Yeah, you're probably pretty safe on that under, especially with the route that's going on right now.
Yeah, go on call off the dog, Tar Heels. I'm crew. He crew control.
It's safe to say the Tar Heels are going on to the second round, and I think I saw a stat this morning that I liked that said they've they've only lost 2 out of 34 first round matchups or something. That's just they're phenomenal in the first 64 um, games. So Marquette just didn't bring their game today, and it's the
Yeah,
same thing happened with Iowa. Iowa, they put all that energy into the Big Ten tournament, looked great, and they just didn't bring it today. And Richmond was the better team.
and a lot of times, I think these higher seeded teams, they think they're just gonna go in there and win the game, man.
It's
And
automatic.
they find out real fast that the smaller teams they're not ready to go home.
No, no, and you want to beat Big Brother, basically. When you get that chance on a national stage, you want to, you know, they only get
Yeah,
to play like the Longwood. Longwood, and now they're on national TV playing Tennessee. Now they came up way short, but they gave it everything they had. I'll say that,
mm-hmm.
and that's what you got to do, and that's why we have these upsets. Richmond
Right.
is a strong team. They should have never been even getting 10 points. The spread was a little inflated, I thought, but Richmond's a good team, and they could easily go into the Sweet 16, I believe. Not easily, but they could make another splash next round. So they got who? Providence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Providence looked pretty good today too.
Yeah.
So
They took care of their business, man. I think they didn't look as crisp as I thought they was. As far as the scoring wise, but their defenses are pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
don't
let's
think.
get to the. Oh, go ahead.
Now go ahead.
Um, we just got a couple faces in here, but I haven't seen anybody in the chat yet. But we'll get to the recap. Yesterday I was on fire. Gave out 5 winners, 1 loser. Start with the loser. Get that out of the way. I had the Knicks and Portland under 224. They scored 226, missed it by 2 points. The other play in the NBA, I gave Toronto and the Clippers under 218, 216, whatever your number may be, and that stayed well under. 1-1 in the NBA. And then in college, I gave Virginia under 123. And as always, Virginia stayed well under. I gave Virginia in the first half -1. That cast as well. I gave Northern Iowa +4, and they won the game outright against St. Louis. And I gave SMU and whoever the hell they played under 152.5. And that was an easy cast as well. Who does SMU play, Bill? You remember?
Nickel State.
Nicholls State. And they covered SMU,
No,
or
they
did
didn't.
they?
They didn't cover the spread. I think they won
Okay.
by. I don't even think they won by double digits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was close. That's right. I was hoping that they didn't get into overtime and screw up my under. So, all in all, great day. 4-0 in college. Those are all NIT games. Um, the other games I did separately. So great day overall. Overall, how'd you do yesterday,
Nice.
Bo?
I went 3-1 last night. Both my plays in NBA cashed in. Charlotte was my best play today. They cashed in over Atlanta. Boston got the straight up win. It's an underdog. They was a short underdog, but they got the win. Look real dominant over Golden State. And I did take Virginia with you. I took them in the full game -2. The only game that I dropped last night was Bryant plus that 3.5. They didn't. I don't even think they kept it close. So 3-1 day, man. Nice little bounce back.
3-1 plus the maxi prop that you gave,
Oh
so really
yeah,
four
yeah,
and
yeah.
one.
You had two maxi props over 17.5 points, and I took the over 1.5 threes. That was an even money. So with those two and the 3-1 in my basketball games, that's a 5-1 day, just like you, Mr. Johnny.
Yes, sir. And we also said we didn't we didn't really give it as an official play, but we also said look at the Hawks and the Hornets under that 240, and it stayed under two. So that was a play we both agreed on as well. So
Yeah,
it played like a tight playoff game, and it stayed well under 240.
yeah,
So
it did.
overall, really good day. BP, you had Michigan this morning, right?
I had Michigan, and they were down by 7 points at halftime. Didn't look good in the first half, but they came back, pulled a rabbit out win, and actually covered the spread too. I had them by 2.5. That was the original line, I believe. So I also had Tennessee by 17.5, and they covered by 32. So both of those worked out.
Very good. Very good. And did you take Michigan live as well? Live bet them?
I actually did. Yeah, I saw them at plus 220 in the first half. Just jumped on it. I didn't put a lot down, but it worked out real well for me.
Right, right. Well, yeah, yeah. That's a good angle. I mean, when you still want to ride your team out and you see them losing in the first half, um, catching that
Yeah,
plus money line, it's worth a shot. That's for
yeah,
sure. So
nice.
Pringle's here. How's it going, Pringle? We're
What's
gonna
up,
get right
Francis?
into it. There's only one game in the NBA, unless you really want to discuss it. It's the Orlando Magic and the Detroit Pistons, two bottom feeders trying to fight for that last spot in the NBA to get the better chance at the
The lottery
lottery.
balls. The lottery
Yeah,
balls.
the lottery balls. Um, we're really, like I said, March Madness is upon us. So we're going to lead it off with BP can throw out a play here, what he's got for tonight in college.
I'm going to take the under 132 in the Yukon and New Mexico State game, and that one's tipping off about 40 minutes here. So I wanted to get that one out early.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that too. So he's going under in the New Mexico State Yukon game. Do you got to play in that game, Bo?
Yeah, I just took UConn in a 2-team money line parlay. So I didn't have the straight up side or total play, but
All right, so
it's gonna be a good one though.
your Yukon money line parlay with what other team?
With Arkansas,
With Arkansas, and that's probably getting you close to even money. I'm going to guess
um,
about
-106.
minus 106. So there you go. He's not willing to lay the points. He's not willing to take the points. He's just saying UConn's going to get out with a win. And same with Arkansas over Vermont. Is that right? Arkansas and Vermont?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually taking the points.
I do got a total play in that game, so it's gonna be a good one.
Well, that's tomorrow night, isn't the Arkansas play?
No, they play today.
Arkansas Vermont's tonight, 9:20.
Oh,
Eastern.
okay. I got confused. For some reason, I thought it was tomorrow. I must have been looking at
That's
something.
actually my other play in NCAA tonight is actually Vermont plus 5.5. I'm taking them to cover.
Okay. All right. Well, let me stick on the New Mexico State. I took the New Mexico State plus 6.5 in this game. So I'm going to take the 6.5. Bo's going to take the money line. Hopefully, we meet somewhere in the middle and both be able to cash that. And then you're on what in Arkansas tonight? What is it?
Vermont plus 5.5.
And you're taking Vermont plus 5.5. And do you have a play in Arkansas, Bo? I think you do.
Yeah, I took the over 139, and I actually agree with his play with Vermont getting a 5.5. This team has not lost a game since December, so I've been high on Vermont all year, so they shooting like 37% from three, man. So if they can get hot, I might be looking at another upset. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can meet somewhere in the middle, like me and you on UConn and New Mexico State. But yeah, man, I think if Vermont can shoot that average from three, it's gonna be a high scoring game in my according to my projections. So I agree. I agree with BP. I like Vermont, and I like the over 139.
All right. Well, that's going to move into another play of mine. I also have the over 139 in this game, too. So we got two on the over 139 in Arkansas and Vermont. BP's taking 5.5 in that game. And then we got in the UConn game, Bo likes UConn money line with Arkansas. And I like New Mexico State with 6.5.
Right.
Did you have playing UConn,
I
PP?
had the under.
And the under. So we are covering all the bases right there on two games. I got one play left. We really shot through these, but we're gonna give tomorrow's plays too, the morning game. So, anything else tonight in college?
Pringle's got a couple ideas there he wants to talk about. Murray
Okay,
State money line and St. Mary's money line. He was
I like one, and I am on the other side of another. Pringle. I do like Murray State tonight, and I like Indiana tonight. Um, you
Yeah.
guys got thoughts on that? Any of those two? Both of
Um.
them?
Yeah, man. I looked at the Indiana game. Trey Jackson just been, what I'm saying, been playing so good. So I don't really want to buck Indiana. They already got a game out their system, so they'll be ready to go. Three and a half, 3 points. I probably will lean toward Indiana as well. As far as that game, I do have a player prop in that game. I want to give out for some nice plus money. It's a player for St. Mary's, Tommy Hughes. Over 1.5 threes. That's actually come back at plus 130. He's in a tournament, the WCC tournament. He averaged 2.3 3 pointers in that tournament. So I think he can get two and just get some value, man. At plus 130, I like that one. But I do like Indiana, man. I think they'll keep it close. I actually had them advancing in my bracket.
Yeah. I do too, and yeah, for the show, I'll say take Indiana plus 3. If you see 3.5, get that too. But the better value is Indiana on the money line. That is my last play. So we hit on all mine real quick. I think Indiana has got the nerves out of the way. They've already played their first game in the tournament, even though it was a play-in game. They got the big man presence with Trace Jackson and Geronimo. I just don't. And the way they played defense the other night with the straight up, stayed out of the zone, straight up man, it's gonna look a lot like the Wyoming game where St. Mary's, who relies heavily on their threes, are not going to be able to execute their threes. And I think Indiana comes out of this game with a win tonight.
Yeah, we might see something at home cooking once again.
what,
Yeah.
what else you got, BP? Anything for tonight?
not tonight. I'm done fading Indiana. They burn me every time I've done it, so I'm just going to stay away from that game. They beat Michigan in the Big Ten tournament. They won the other night, and I was on the other side, so I'm just going to stay away.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, I got a couple plays I'm gonna give my advice about before we get up out of here and go on everybody watch the games. That Murray State game we was asking about. This team has won 20 games in a row. They got a great player with KJ Williams. I know everybody's saying that San Francisco is more battle tested. That could be the case, but just be cautious on this game, man. It's the team with 32-2 for the season. They knocked out Belmont twice by 20 points and better. So yeah, man, just be careful. Fighting Murray State. They got some good players on that team. So I did take San Francisco in my bracket, just on that fact. But as I looked at this game a little bit more, just be kind of careful with that one. But the other game I looked at was Kentucky. They playing St. Peter's. I know St. Peter's play good defense, but the 2 times they played Power 5 teams, I think it was St. John's. I can't think of other team, but they both put up 85 points on this team. So I think Kentucky is just as good as St. John's, and I think they'll be able to rack some points up on their team. They foul a lot. They're gonna have to. I think Kentucky will put up 80 points in this game as well. So I would look at that team total for Kentucky, whatever you can get it at. I think it's right now it's 76 or 77. So I like that one.
Sounds good. Very good. Yeah, Pringle's got Murray State money line, so I think we're all on the right side in that. Unless BP likes the Dons here, San Francisco Dons.
Yeah, you
If
got
I
them
had to
Dons,
lean,
BP?
the lean would be the Dons, but it's a really tight one there. I mean, I put Murray State in the bracket, and now I'm thinking the opposite of what Bo's thinking. I almost lean the other way now. It's a coin flip kind of game, I think.
Yeah.
Pringle's talking about Creighton, and that's another one of those that I want to take Creighton. I like Creighton, but I hate the way they played in the game against Nova in the conference championship, and I'm just worried about a repeat performance. So I'm staying away from the game altogether.
Yeah, this might be whoever can get to 50 points first. I'm talking about San Diego State play the slowest. I mean, they drain the whole clock out before they take a shot. Plus, they defend that 3-ball pretty good, and we know Creighton they want to kind of speed it up. If Creighton can't get high from 3, yeah, it's gonna be a low scoring game. I don't know what the total is, but probably the first team to 50 points, man, get this win.
Total set at 89.5, I think. No, I'm joking.
120.5.
Hey, man,
Yeah, now I'll take the over.
That sounds about right, man. It's gonna be.
I'll tell you what, though. Hey, Pringle, it's a coin toss game, and a coin toss game, I always take the dog, and I would take the dog on the money line. Just bet your normal 1 unit size, whatever that may be. Creighton's been more battle tested. They're playing a much tougher conference in the Big East than San Diego State. That we're finding out quickly that the Mountain West is falling apart real quick. Boise losing, Colorado State losing. And I would stick to your stronger conference and get a little value on that money line, see what happens. I wouldn't go betting your rent or nothing on it or your mortgage. You were thinking Creighton +2, but I think I'll pass. Yeah, there again, it's your call. If you don't really feel good about it, like I said, if I was to bet it, I would take money line. +2, 2's going to get you a tie, 1's going to get you a win. You're basically would be betting on Creighton to lose by just the 1 point. So throw Creighton out on a money line with another low money line dog and put a half unit parlay and see what happens. That'd be my advice.
Yeah.
If you like the Dons, well, you don't. You like Murray State. So if you like Indiana or there was another close game.
I think he said I think you're looking at money line for St. Mary's. I think it's what he asked earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only close games tonight. San Diego State's coin flip. Murray is a coin flip. And Indiana's a coin flip-ish.
I think Vermont will be close, but it's not the way it's laid out. So 5.5.
Vermont has came down from 5.5 to 4.5, so it could be closer than what a lot of people think. I think.
Yeah.
So. All right, so that'll do it tonight.
Dictate the pace.
Who?
I said Vermont could dictate the pace and make Arkansas play fast.
All right, I think we can all breathe a little right now. Gonzaga's up by 14 with about 7 minutes to go. So whoever had Gonzaga in their brackets can finally breathe a little because it was too close for too long.
I told you, man, they're going to hit that gear, man.
Yeah, it looks like they hit it.
Bulldogs. Huh?
It looks like they've hit that gear, so I'm hoping they throttle back down and let me cover my 3 points. So. All right, moving into tomorrow. VP's got a couple plays. I got a couple plays. We'll get these out of the way. And what do we think about Kansas minus 13 in the first half? Is that too much? I don't know. I don't like laying 13 points and a half. What about you guys?
Nah, man. That's too many points. First half, man. It might start out slow. Who knows?
It's a little
I know,
heavy.
Yeah.
I know a
Take 'em
lot of
out.
these big favorites. A lot of these big favorites today. I think Tennessee, Baylor. Our friend was up big at halftime, so that might happen. Who knows? But I don't want to bet my money on it that Kansas gonna be up.
Yeah, I'd rather bet your money on Creighton, to be honest, Pringle. I'd rather. If I was betting your money, I would definitely want to take Creighton over Kansas minus 13. Not to say it won't happen. Just,
And they
a
playing
lot of points.
they playing TSU too.
Yeah.
Yeah, TSU pretty gritty. That's from that third ward, man. Eighth time.
Yeah, I think that's a lot. I don't know why it's so high. 13's a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, we'll start off with tomorrow. I have flip-flopped 25 times on this game, but I've come to the conclusion I'm going to take the Ohio State Buckeyes tomorrow. I do have Loyola in my bracket, so we'll see what happens. But the more I look and think and research and dig into this game, I like the Buckeyes here. They've looked dismal at the end of the season, and I think they turn it around. We all want Loyola and St. Mary Jean or whatever her name is to ride them into the Sweet 16.
Sister Jean.
Sweet Mary, Sister Jean.
Hey, man! Put some respect on Sister Jean.
No, I love Sister
No,
Jean. If the Buckeyes lose, then it was meant to be. But I like both these teams. This is going to be one of them other coin toss close games. But in the end, I think Ohio State does walk away with this win.
Yeah.
Bo, you are on Loyola, aren't you?
Yeah, man. At this point in time, I'm kamikaze with it. You feel me? I'm booking all the plays on my bracket.
Yeah.
Now, man, this kind of reminds me of the game earlier, man, with Iowa and Richmond. You know what I'm saying? We got a senior laden team with Loyola Chicago. We got the best player on the court possibly with Nadal, and I felt I had that same feeling with Keegan Murray for Iowa, but they didn't come through. Chicago, man, they just a gritty team. You know what I'm saying? And Ohio State didn't look good coming towards the end of the season. I don't know what happened to them, but they just weren't playing good basketball. But if we gonna go on the strength of schedule, the better division, then yeah, I would take the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You might be overvaluing the Big Ten from a guy that lives in the area and watches a lot of Big Ten basketball. But also, as a Michigan fan, I call them the suck eyes. I cannot side with Ohio State. I got Loyola in my bracket. I do not have any money in this game, but if I did, I would lean Loyola.
Very good, very good. So, if you had money on this game, who are you on, Bo?
Yeah, I really don't want to
You're
bet
betting with
any
my
team
money.
that got
I'm
eyes.
giving
Johnny,
What's that?
I don't want to bet on a team that got eyes in their nickname.
After
the Hawkeye, just yeah.
All right. Well, I'll give another play. I think this game goes over. I think it goes over 133. So those are two plays that I'll give out that I like, and
I like
betting
that. I like that with you right there.
Over 133.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. And what about you, Michigan man that has that fierce rivalry with them Buckeyes?
I could see the over happening. I do have a play in a completely different game tomorrow, though. I'm going to take Jacksonville State to cover 15.5 against Auburn. I don't see Auburn as this juggernaut, that's going to just world eat and end things by 20 or 30 points. I think it's going to be not necessarily close, but close enough.
All right, all right. So Auburn gets out with the win, but they don't cover the 15 points.
Right.
Mhm.
Sounds fair enough. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yep. What else you got, BP, tomorrow?
I'm going with Notre Dame on the money line tomorrow against Alabama. I got it at plus 155. I'm going to ride this momentum they got from the first 4 double overtime victory. Hopefully, they're not too worn out after all that. But I don't think Alabama is. I think they're maybe overseeded where I feel Tennessee's underseeded.
I like it. I like the play. I like the value. I can see it. Alabama hasn't done good on the road, even though this is a neutral site. And Notre Dame's got the nerves and the jitters, and they just played was that triple overtime last night, right? Triple?
Double. It was double.
Double overtime.
Double overtime.
Um, it should have never. You watched the game, BP? You watched the end?
Yeah, I was watching.
And, Rutgers had the ball at 1 point, 27 seconds, and they threw it right into the other guy's hands. It could have been a whole different game, but what a game it was. It was a great game. I'll tell you that. That was a prelude to the beginning of March Madness. That was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
It was a perfect
wasn't
prelude to March Madness. And I'm a Michigan fan. I'm also Irish, so I got to go. I got to
And they wanted to strike at midnight of St. Patrick's Day on top of it.
Mhm.
How
perfect
about
was
that?
that?
How about that?
By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Yes. Happy St. Patrick's Day. But yes, it was right at the strike of midnight that they hit the double zeros and the game ended. I mean, it was kind of ironic. So good for the Irish, not so good for the Ron Harper Jr. fans
Look
and the
at the
Rutgers
Irish.
squad. One other game I will give is I'm going to give Hurricanes tomorrow against the USC Trojans. Hurricanes are getting 2. I think there's a better value at plus 115. I think the Hurricanes can blow their way right through this game and move on to the next round. So if you're feeling safe, take 2. If you're feeling a little frisky, take 115 and try to catch a little profit in this game. I just think Miami has a better offense than USC, and the defense are comparable. So I like this spot for the Hurricanes. What do you guys think? Anything?
I didn't really look at it too much, but I did have USC advancing just because they're so big. But I could see the Hurricanes getting the win, but I didn't have any advice about it though.
All right.
As far as a bet, but I do have Miami advancing after the first round in my bracket, so I would lean that direction.
All right. Well, that would be a money line then if you're moving on with them. So other than that, there's a tight one, Virginia Tech and Texas. That's a pick 'em. Anybody want to give a lean on that? Nothing official, just a lean.
Let's go Horns, man.
Hey, we got Jason.
I'm gonna go with Bo. I would lean Texas there. We got Shape Match back here talking about ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake again. All right. Awesome. Glad to have you. We'd love to have you on the show and share some of that ice cream cake. It's that time of day where you always make us hungry.
He must work for Baskin Robbins.
Maybe, or DQ. Jason's here. Jason's new. We haven't seen him. How you doing, buddy? He's got USC, so we're on opposite sides. I wish you the best of luck. He's got Texas, too. And what'd you guys have? I'm sorry, I was reading the ice cream cake.
We leaned Longhorns, both of us.
Okay, so there you go. We got 3 of them right there, and I don't have an opinion, really. That game is so tight to me. But I'll side with y'all. We'll go 4-0 on Longhorns. Hook 'em horns. So I probably won't make a play on that game. It's too tight for me. If anything, I might look at the under.
Yeah. Actually, I will be doing a video with more and more research. With Iowa losing today, man, I had to take me a power nap, man.
All right.
I'm discombobulated today, man.
Yeah, it's all good. Bo come back strong. He was strong yesterday. Today's his bump in the road. Let's hope he finishes out tonight strong, and I know he'll be strong tomorrow. It just happens to good players. You can't keep them down.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, man, before we get up out of here, man, can we have a moment of silence from my bracket,
Mine too.
man? Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say, Bo? Winners don't quit.
Winners don't quit. Just keep grinding.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, they do. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. There's going to be 4 of us here tomorrow. T-Mac had an issue. He couldn't get here today, but we hope to see him tomorrow. BP's coming back tomorrow. Bo's here every day. Bo don't quit. He keeps grinding. He keeps putting out good plays. So that should do it. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully your rackets don't get busted, and you're able to make some good plays and make some money tonight.
All right, man. Good luck, y'all. Good luck tonight.
Go Irish.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
All right, y'all.